Namaste, crypto and freedom lovers. I am that I am, and welcome to the first ever DeFi Dharma And Liberty show, a show where we will discuss all things freedom within the community universe, from privacy coins to DeFi to DAOs, dApps, Web3 or DWeb, and even go into DeFi strategies and great yield paying protocols, plus any that need to be avoided, such as your scam coins, your potential rug pulls, malware, exploits, hacks, so on and so forth. Now you may be wondering, what's all this name about? Well, that's exactly where we need to begin. So DeFi, it's an abbreviation for decentralized finance. Essentially, many of the usual banking financial instruments plus more. However, it's on the decentralized blockchain, thus no centralized authority has complete control over it, as does in the legacy fiat central banking system. So basically, in a gross oversimplification, that is DeFi. And there's a great little graphic there that gives you a basic view on how it works. Dharma. Dharma is an ancient Sanskrit word for the concept of living in harmony with natural law or cosmic order. So what is natural law, I hear you say? Well, it is a universal, immutable, and inherent conditions that govern the behaviour of consciousness. Universal, meaning everywhere, regardless of space or time. Immutable, meaning cannot be stopped or removed. And inherent, as in it exists from its inception and by its very nature. Now, you may be familiar with the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat your neighbour as you would have them treat you. Or my favourite, do no harm and take no shit. This is a common thread that all religions, indigenous oral teachings, mystery teachings, secret societies, so on and so forth, all have at the core. And it's essentially what's known as objective morality. Now, humanity never needed to be told that stealing from one another will upset you, or that physically hurting or hitting others actually hurts. All you have to do is look at babies interacting. Do they not cry when another steals from them or strikes them? Now, some of you may say, but morality is subjective and it varies based on social environment or personal preference and culture and things like that, which is also true, but that is subordinate to objective morality, that all humans are subject to natural law and all humans deserve to and wish to be treated equally, and by nature are in fact equal in this right. So to live in harmony with natural law is known as Dharma. So also known as walking the right hand path, or walking the path of light, and walking the path of truth and things like that. Now, it's not what we do because it will get us to some higher plane of existence, such as the concept of heaven and things like that, but it's because what we do and how we create a better world for everyone, and not just continue the same self-serving ways that too many in the world, and the crypto community in particular, actually do. This leads us to liberty, as most of you should already know, means freedom or independence. Without the order of objective morality, there cannot actually be liberty. So if humanity wishes to have freedom, then it must follow the path of Dharma. If it does not, then it will receive oppression, control, regulation, segregation, separation, centralisation of power, and pretty much the removal of all basic human rights. Now, the same is true for the crypto and blockchain world. If we do not change the behaviour and implement a moral foundation in which to operate, then we will give central authorities such as governments and central banks the right to take over in the entire industry, just as they've done with the legacy currency system. This will result in control and removal of human rights like we've never seen before. They've already got CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies, in the works. As you may have seen, China has already implemented theirs, where they issue the currency and track every move to monitor, track its every move to monitor every purchase, sale and trade. I do know that the libertarian philosophy is already a large part of the crypto community, modus operandi, which at its core is the same moral foundation which they call the non-aggressive principle. So it's essentially the golden rule concept by another name and frame. But I digress. So how can we expect to have a free market without some sort of order and self-governance, right? Well, I can't tell you how many times I've seen self-serving behaviour in direct contradiction to natural law, golden rule, Dharma, and these concepts, which has prompted me to create this show. I've seen everything from rug pulls, exploits, scam coins, hacks, malware, seed phrase stealing, so on and so forth. And that's the exact reason why I'm starting this channel and trying to generate a movement within the crypto and DeFi community in particular, where this self-serving behaviour has unfortunately become common practice. So how do we do this? Step 1, implement what is known as the 5 markets strategy. The 5 markets include the white market, which is where government, fiat currency and taxation exists. Currently only central exchanges and some services are included in this market. Then there's the grey market, where it's not actually illegal activity, but the government doesn't get any tax and has no regulatory control. Something like going and mowing your neighbour's lawn, things like that. And, unemployment off the books, untaxed goods, unregulated goods, so on and so forth. Buying, trading and selling, your eBays or things like that, marketplace, things like that. Next is the pink market. The black market, which is where all the illegal activity occurs, such as trading of guns, weapons, drugs, voluntary adult forms of sex and things like that. Those are the moral markets where no harm is actually being done to anyone and all transactions are consensual and voluntary. The pink market. The pink market is where all military industrial complex weapons that are created for the purpose of killing humans en masse reside. Also things like taxation, stolen item trade, state torture, state spying, intelligence gathering that is immoral and clandestine nature, particularly against the state's own citizens, your imprisonment systems, both public and private, forced education and re-education camps, and so on and so forth. Next is the red market, where the most abhorrent acts reside, such as murder for hire, thief for hire, rape, thuggery, slavery, human trafficking, pedophilia, the list goes on. So, to implement the strategy of the 5 markets is to never participate in the pink or red markets in the crypto community. The actions I listed earlier, such as rug pulls, exploits, hacks, scam coins, computer malware, DDoS attacks, would all fall under this pink market. This is essentially how we apply morality into the crypto market, and essentially that will help us maintain our autonomy and freedom. If we don't, then we'll lose all that and we'll be subject to the same restraints as the regulated physical business economy, and probably worse. So if you're sick of this completely immoral behaviour, love the crypto community and can see the amazing potential that blockchain has as much as I do, then, and you like this content so far and you would like to see more of it, please hit like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and join me in the social media communities in the links below. Let's build a grassroots movement into a worldwide principle that lets us self-govern, grow and thrive without the need for Big Brother looking over our shoulder, telling us what we can and cannot do in this industry that we, the people, built. Much love to you all, and I look forward to going deeper into these concepts such as DAOs, dApps, Web3 or DWeb, and also regular updates on news, warnings of scams, rugs and much more in upcoming shows. So hit that notification and stay free, crypto lovers. Peace out.